intermittent fasting. We're talking about that today. On the recording of this actual video, we have 61 subscribers. Now, it may not sound like a lot compared to a lot more channels, but I'm really appreciative of this because I started this in February 1st or the first week of 2021. And I said to myself, I'm going to commit one video every single week for the whole year just to see where it leads me. Because if anything, if it doesn't blow up like everything else, and fingers crossed it does, I'm helping at least a handful of people, and so far it's 61. And not only that, it gives me more content to help all the clients that I see face to face, and I see hundreds of people per week. So I'm very thankful for everyone who supported me. If you want to support me some more, like, comment, share, and of course subscribe to my channel, because we want to be able to do this to help as many people as possible in the whole world. So hopefully you don't mind this angle because it's a brand new one, and spoiler alert, I actually film a lot of videos in the one day, and I've already been talking and standing for a lot of the time, and I thought I'd experiment with something new. Anyway, today we're talking about intermittent fasting and what it is and how it can help you and why it doesn't work, and I'm not going to go into the big science things because I believe that there are a lot more specialists out there, but you need to know the basics of why it works, because there have been a lot of cases where I've had people come into my clinic and say they're doing this so-called special thing called intermittent fasting, but they don't actually understand what's happening. Then I've been in the past where I've had a lot of people doing intermittent fasting and it doesn't work for them. And I said, well, what are you doing? How many calories are you eating? And well, like I said, I want to be able to help people out. So I myself, I'm a bit of an intermittent faster, non-formally, but I do fast quite a bit a lot of my day because of how my day works and when I train, and I think it's worked really well for me. So I'm going to show you all my experiences and share with you all the things that I believe that works and all the goods and the bads and everything that might not work when it comes to choosing intermittent fasting as your lifestyle. So what is intermittent fasting? Really, it's just a schedule on how to eat. And I know it sounds weird, but some people really like schedules. And some people really like pain because they believe that pain is part of the progress. Anyway, that's for another part of the video. We're going to talk about what intermittent fasting is. So intermittent fasting is basically you fasting before you eat. Simple as that. So it's an eating schedule. I've been hearing a lot of numbers, somewhere between an 8-hour fast, a 16-hour fast, and I think the biggest one I've heard is about a 24-hour fast. Now, I am not a dietitian, so you take everything that I say with a grain of salt and also take it into consideration, but I highly recommend that you do consult with a dietitian. Maybe I should get a dietitian on this channel. Anyway, that's for another time. So anyway, when it gets to intermittent fasting, what exactly does it do? Well, I can't disclaim this. I'm not going to, because I believe that there are more content and more channels out there for other people to learn more advanced things. But I want you to know that I've heard things as much as it makes your metabolism faster, you recover faster, you sleep better, probably true, and you burn fat better. Now, I can't disprove these, and I'm not going to bother because I'll be reading all these journal articles in front of you, but this is what actually happens with intermittent fasting. So to me, intermittent fasting is just a schedule for you to actually eat. So I like to use this analogy, and hopefully I don't lose you on this. It's kind of like spending money. And honestly, side note, if you're really good at spending your calories, you should also be kind of good with your finances. So let's put it this way. If I gave you $2,000 and I gave you from 8 a.m. when the shops open all the way through till 9 p.m. when the shops close, and you spend it all, that's situation A. Or situation B, when I give you the money at 5 o'clock and the shops close at 9 o'clock and you spend all $2,000 once again, who actually spent the most money or saved the most money? That's right, none of them did. They actually spent the same amount, just in a shorter period of time. This is exactly the same thing when it comes to intermittent fasting. So what I mean by that is, you wake up, you ate your 2,000 calories between your working day between say 8 a.m. and 9 p.m. or you intermittent fasted all the way through till 5 p.m. and then you ate from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. and you ate 2,000 calories again. That's exactly the same thing, except you're probably going to feel a little bit different. So first of all, if you're actually spending all your calories appropriately, you're going to be eating more square meals between that longer time span. But if you're a person who's got 2,000 calories to eat in 4 hours, maybe you might be making more poorer decisions. You might be eating more highly saturated foods to try and get your calories in faster and also lighter. Or you're going to be really, really full afterwards and you're going to be spending those 4 hours eating, even if it's whole meal based foods. I'm not going to discourage either or either, it depends on the person. So for myself, when I do fast, I tend to fast because I work at 5 in the morning and I can't eat earlier than that. And then I tend to train after work around 6 or 7 p.m. So I'll do the wise thing and spend my calories just before training so that I have some energy to actually put into storage and burn. So what do you think about intermittent fasting? So when it comes to intermittent fasting, there are so many mistakes that actually happen too, and this is something I wanted to follow through with. One is sticking to the fasting times. So I used to work in a place where I was ironically in a gym with a lot of people who were also qualified with the same qualification as me. And I had a fellow workmate who was also intermittent fasting. Now this person was particularly really hungry and, well, this was the story. It was something about 10:30 in the morning and he was about to break his fast at 11. But he was starving and he was just staring at the clock from 10:30 all the way through to 11. Now in this time I was like, hey, why don't you eat? And he goes, hey, look, I'm intermittent fasting. Oh, cool. But you're starving, shouldn't you just eat? And now I think about it. It's 30 minutes difference. How much did that 30 minutes really make a difference in his whole body? It kind of reminds me of that thing when you drop food on the floor and everyone goes, oh, 5-second rule, as if the germs don't try and touch it until 5 seconds have passed. Did that 30 minutes really make a big difference? And the reason why I say that's because when it comes to fitness and health and exercise and everything in between, it's not these painful small things that always make the difference. It's about the infinite game. You should be trying to do this for the rest of your life. So how much did half an hour make when you're trying to be making a health difference for the rest of your life? The second mistake that I often see with intermittent fasting is they think they can eat anything and everything. Now, when you go through Instagram or YouTube or any other social medias, you will tend to get people who are intermittent fasting and they go, hey, look, I just fasted for 16 hours. I can eat anything I want now. Do you really want to be doing that? Mac and cheese, burgers, chicken wings, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, hey, look, you can probably eat that because you fasted for so long, but the rule still counts, calories in versus calories out. If you're trying to gain weight, guess what? You just need to be in a surplus. If you're trying to lose fat and get a little bit leaner or lose weight, you also need to be in a caloric deficit. So no, you can't eat everything that you want to, but you can eat with more selection and more variety because of this intermittent fasting, but no different from how if you had a proper balanced diet. And guess what? There is no proper definition when it comes to proper based healthy diet. It depends on cultures, it depends on goals, it depends on training experience, it changes all the time. So you need to get someone who actually understands and can help you, or you need to spend the time in investing in an infinite game and learning what works well for you. Take everything with a grain of salt and just find out what works well. But if it's highly restrictive, more than likely, you're gonna crash from it. And the last one when it comes to intermittent fasting, the biggest mistake I think for everything when it comes to health and fitness, they think that maximal pain equals maximal gain. This is definitely not the situation. Not everything needs to be super painful for you to make progress. Yes, there is gonna be some sort of discomfort, but not to the point where it makes you want to give up on everything. And I guess I could blame the media for this, or even people like myself who don't voice our opinions. It's really important to understand that consistency with some discomfort will make you better. But consistency with maximal discomfort, that's a great way to put yourself in harm's way. So just understand, you're not supposed to actually fast for 12, 16, 18, 24, whatever 36 hours like everyone else might actually disclaim. Because fasting in itself is only just really an eating schedule. And if you're going to be eating more food in your eating window during intermittent fasting, guess what? You're still going to gain weight. So, did you learn anything new about intermittent fasting, or did it give you a new perspective? I honestly read that analogy about money and also about calories in a book somewhere some time ago that I forgot. But it really helped me, and 10 years down the track now working in this profession, it's still something that I use right now. So did you find that useful? All I can say is, guys, please choose something that may take you more time to understand and learn and doesn't put you in harm's way. So don't go through just eating junk food all day, don't go through fasting all day, don't go through juices only all day, and try and find something that works across the board for everything. You don't want to be able to miss out on something like a celebration just because you're intermittent fasting. It's not going to make a big difference in the grand scheme of things. It's about making sure you know what you can eat, how much you can eat, and if you can enjoy it guilt-free as well. It's all about balance, guys. So If you like this video, comment, share, like, and subscribe. And of course, if you want to help us grow our mission to help as many people as possible, hell, share this video with everyone. I really enjoy making these, and I hope I can help at least one person out there. This is for the people who actually want to make long-term gain progress and actually invest into that infinite game of their health for their life. All right? Thanks, guys. Check out the next video next week, Wednesday.